foremost, we always like to give praise and honor to the God of Israel, of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This month we're dealing with Black history. According to the Bible, the first leg we did color. The second leg we did when we was kings. And now we're dealing with the curses. So the title of the message is Black History According to the Bible, the Curses. I want to express to everyone that we are not racist. We do not hate white people. As most of you see on YouTube and stuff like that about the Israelites, the Black Hebrew Israelites, we're not that way. We believe that this Bible, well, we know that the Bible said all nations can have salvation. All nations. So don't get us confused with the Hebrew Israelites saying that only the nation of Israel would be saved. But the thing is, we need to know who the people are and what we're supposed to be doing according to the Bible. Amen. We really don't like to title the lesson Black History because it's not black. We are Israelites. Black is just a dark, just a color. The Israelites is a nation, which is God's chosen people. So we try to express our understanding through the scriptures so we won't mislead anybody. And we're not trying to uplift the Israelites saying that you should praise us or anything like that. No, it's really shameful right now because of what we're dealing with in the world and our people. Because the leaders that we selected to lead us hasn't taught us about our heritage and who we are. And this is the reason why we're going through what we're going through now, which is the last hired, first fired. Every time we go before the court system, we are guilty until proven innocent, instead of innocent until proven guilty. And it got a lot to do with what we're talking about today, which is the curse. And we want to make sure that we equip everybody, especially the nation of Israel and their children, so they can protect themselves. When you appear before anybody, the court systems, they automatically don't think you're guilty. When you go in the store, they automatically think you're stealing. When you walk in, when the police officer pulls you over, he automatically feel threatened for his life, or anybody pull us over, they all automatically feel threatened. There's a reason for that. And the reason is because God put in us Him, which is He came through the nation of Israel. He selected us to come through the nation of Israel, which has put Jesus through the nation of Israel. And when He done that, He made us somewhat, not saying better, but our bodies are better, our minds are better, and most of all, we can do a lot more stuff, and we're smarter. And it's not like it's something that we don't know about the nation of Israel and our bodies and our minds. This is why we were created to lead the world. That's why you get too many of us in the same spot. Everybody want to be the chief. Nobody want to be the Indian. Everybody want to lead because we're supposed to be leaders in this world. But just because our ancestors who didn't want to follow God and the laws, He put this curse in, this built-in curse in to make sure that He keep us under control. I tell anybody, if you want to be mad with anybody, don't be mad with the white man, be mad with your ancestors. And be mad with God if you that bold. I ain't that bold. But our ancestors put us in a world of trouble when they didn't obey the laws. So this lesson about the curses, and we're going to show you why we have to teach this, because it's very important that we know so we can teach our young ones and anybody, any of the Israelites that we come past. Let's turn to Daniel chapter 9. Daniel chapter 9, we're going to start with verse 8. There is no other nation that went through what we went through as a nation in slavery and how we are being treated in the world. No other nation. And it's the reason why they treat us so bad. It's because we don't understand what God has put on our nation, which is this curse when we don't obey the laws. Period. Like I said before, the last one we dealt with was kings. We were kings upon earth. Now we're dealing with the curse. Daniel chapter 9, we're going to start with verse 8. Just to show you that the so-called African Americans are the only ones that fix this curse in the Bible. The only ones that fit these scriptures. And you're going to see why we say this. Because we read the book. And we can match them up. You can't match them up with the people over there in the land today because they cherish those folks. They got a lot of money. The Jews, that they call them, right? If we supposed to be the Jews, we supposed to have some money. We ain't got no money. We ain't got nothing. If we let you borrow something, we want it back next week. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So we're going to deal with this curse. Verse 8, brother. Go ahead.
Therefore the he-goat waxed very great.
You're in Daniel 9, verse 8.
I'm sorry. All right. All I know.
Yes, sir.
O Lord, to us belongs confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
See, it's confusion right now. To our face. How's confusion? When you see our people out there, we got, like I said, we some of the most greatest athletes, smartest people in the world, and we are great leaders. But it's confusion. Why can't we come up? Why can't we come up? We're worse as a nation today than we was 50 years ago. We don't even have half the much we have today back then. We had businesses, we had Harlem, we had a lot of places that we can go to. But now we ain't got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Barely got land, barely got money, barely got anything. And the ones that got some, they ain't claiming Israel. So he's saying to our kings and our princes and to our Father, because we have sinned against thee. Go ahead.
To the Lord our God belong mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him.
So this is where we get our mercies and forgiveness from the Lord. But we rebel against him. Go ahead.
Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets.
We don't want to walk in his laws. First of all, today should be packed in churches. Saturday, the 7th day should be packed. But they don't want to walk in his laws. They want to walk in the law of Sunday. It should be packed. And this is the reason why you make God mad. And he said, look, this is what I'm going to do to you as a nation. Go ahead.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
He said, all of Israel had transgressed the law. He said, this curse was poured upon us. Poured upon us. We were born in this. Some of us right now, we born in this. We can't do nothing about it. For us to curse, and we can do something about the curse, so it'll be lighter, which is following the law. But he said this is poured upon the nation of Israel because they transgressed the law. God gave us laws and statutes to follow. If we don't follow the laws and statutes, that curse is coming out. Go ahead.
And he has confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us,
Go ahead.
by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven has not been done as has been done upon Jerusalem.
He said he has confirmed it, meaning that it's done. It's done. No other nation has went through 400 years of slavery on both sides, under the pharaohs and in this land right here. Like I told y'all, we came to the land in 1609, 1619, yeah, 1619, Jamestown, Virginia. And from that point on, we still been fighting our oppressors. We still been enslaved. We don't run nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's talking about here. Nobody has been done this way. Been taken away from your mothers and fathers, men being castrated, your young women being raped, another man lying with your wife. You can do nothing about it. Only thing you can look and see. And I got one thing for y'all. He's coming back. It's coming back. The ones that got some sense, they're going to be in the land. The ones that ain't got no sense, may God have mercy on your soul over here. Well, listen what he said. He said he has confirmed it. And he confirmed it by, like I said, slavery. 1619, coming over here in slave ships. Go ahead.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
Written in what?
The law of Moses.
Yes, sir.
All this evil is come upon us. Yet made we not our prayer before the Lord our God.
Yes, sir.
That we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth.
This is the problem. Right now, today, all the evil that come upon us, who they fussing at? The president, the leaders of the country, the civil rights leaders, all these people, they fussing at them. But nobody even coming to God and saying, God, what is going on? Where is this written in your book that your children have to go through all this pain and suffering? Nobody. I don't think they can say in these churches, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with no stress. And because they got a few nickels and a little money in their pocket, they think they blessed. The problem with most people today is they got tunnel vision.
That's right.
Just because your household is doing good, that doesn't mean they're going to last like that all the time. Look at other children, our other nation of kids.
That's right.
Look at them, then you'll find out, man, we doing bad.
Exactly.
Your daughters, your sons that know this law got to go up and say, look, I'm trying to find a husband or wife. It's bad. They can't find them. They got to almost teach them what to do. Listen what he say here. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Therefore has the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us.
Wait a minute. He said the Lord watched it. He watched upon the evil. He looked at it. You know why? Because he wrote the evil. He brought it upon us. He told Moses this was going to happen. Regardless. Go ahead.
For the Lord our God is righteous in all his work which he doeth, for we obey not his voice.
So you mean to tell me coming in slave ship righteous, Lord? Yeah. Because he gave us an option. Told our ancestors, obey the law, or you're going to have slavery.
Yes, he did.
Gave us an option.
Yeah, he did.
But he always set that curse there. He's going to perform this curse. It's going to go through. Listen, now, this man, which the most people are mad at, which is the white man, everybody talking about the white man. The white man this, white man doing this. No, the white man is a servant. He acted out what God said, what God already written in this book.
Come on.
He acting this out. Just like Nebuchadnezzar, he said, he's my servant. And Nebuchadnezzar wasn't righteous. He used Nebuchadnezzar just like he using these Europeans. Just like he using the Africans, which we was over there in Egypt at the time. He used whoever he wants to use. Let me show you something. Let's go to Psalms 83. This man is not smart enough to come up with all this hurtful stuff, this madness. He's not. But God uses this man to come up with it. It didn't just pop in his, it didn't just something he come up with. God put it in his mind. Go over there with some slave shit. I'm going to help you go over there and find them together. Folks said, man, he never heard nobody speak about God. Like, he wrote this before Abraham had any kids. He said, no, surely your seed shall go into captivity for 400 years. It was already written. Amen. This man didn't come up with this. But God got to have some players. And the Europeans or those Gentiles, they are the players. Verse 1. Psalms 83 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Yes, sir.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Mm-hmm.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
He said your enemy made a tumor, meaning that he set a trap. Because they hate you. They hate you. And God put that hate in them. He got to have somebody use to administer what he's going to administer, which is the hurtful stuff that hurt Israel.
That's right.
Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
Mm-hmm.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
What is crafty counsel? We're going to go out here, we're going to get these ships, we're going to get these chains, we're going to make sure we get slave quarters, houses, we're going to make sure we buy all this land so they can farm it off of free labor. Crafty counsel. All these nations had us at one point in time and still got us. This curse still follows us. But this is the punishment that we got to run through, that we got to overcome. And he makes it where we can overcome it. It ain't all bad. Go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Before y'all came to us, y'all didn't know y'all were Israelites. Before we came to you, before I didn't know I was an Israelite until somebody had to teach me, my teacher. They cut the name of Israel out. You know what they tell you? Either you a Jew or a Gentile. And most of all, we was Gentiles. We could never be the Jews.
Right.
They would never let you know you were the Jews. The Jews were the white people, our brother, well, we know our twin brother Esau in the land. He said, look, they're going to take crafty counsel and cut the name of Israel off. Tell these people in the world that, tell the black folks, oh, brother, you're an Israelite. I ain't no Israelite. I'm an African American. How can you be two nations? African and American. Everybody knows where they come from, but the so-called African American. I come from Israel. That's where my ancestors are from. You should know that. Israel is the mother of us all. Listen what he said here. Go ahead.
Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
He said they consulted together for one consent. We got to make sure we control those Negroes. We got to have a plan in front of them all times. Because what? We're bigger, we're stronger, we're smarter. All these things they hate about you. Your skin is better, your hair is better. So if they learn the knowledge of who they are and activate their God, we got some trouble. We got some trouble. Because they said, look, we got to cut them off. They brought us over here. I'm talking about my ancestors, my parents, well, they brought us over here in 1619. You bring a nation of kings and queens over here. We weren't slaves. Nation of kings and queens who spoke Hebrew. They don't know the language. So you trying to tell him in a Greek language or English language, go do this and do that. He don't understand. He's looking at you like, what are you talking about? And what they say? Oh, he's ignorant, so we don't call him a nigger. We didn't speak the native tongue here. So they took this away from us. But God had a plan for us. Well, listen, who done this to us? These are all the nations that done this to us. Go ahead.
The tabernacle of Edom.
We know who Edom is. It's not the Gentile or the white man. That's our brother, Esau. Go ahead.
The Ishmaelites.
Yes, that's the Arabs, which is Abraham's first son, which is Ishmael. Go ahead.
Of Moab and the Hagarines.
All these are the Arabs. So if you go to Genesis chapter 10, it'll tell you who all those nations, from these three sons, where all these people come from. Genesis chapter 10 will tell you that, but you got to do some research on your own. But God is telling these people to follow through with this curse and what comes along with the curse. Jump down to verse 9. Go ahead.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Syrius, as to Jabin, as the brook of Kison,
He told them, he said, look, I want you to do unto them with your Israelite as you did the Midianites. This is what I want you to do. Let's find out what they did to the Midianites. Let's go to Numbers chapter 31. Let's see what God did to the Midianites. Let's see if we match up with this. Numbers chapter 31. It's all in here, y'all. Everything we need. Stop being mad at another nation. Our ancestors done this to us. And these Europeans and all these other nations, they're doing what God told them to do, which is beat some sense in these Israelites. Because we got hard heads, we stiff-necked. Y'all know that.
Yes.
Let's see what the Midianites did. See what Israel did to the Midianites. See if it matches up with us. Numbers chapter 31, start with verse 7. Go ahead.
And they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew all the males.
Now this is what's supposed to happen to us. Didn't they slew a lot of our males?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And they slew the kings of Midian.
Wait a minute, did they slew our kings? Same exact thing. Go ahead.
Beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi, Rekem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also, the son of Beer, they slew with the sword.
They slew us, all of us, with a sword. John the Baptist got a head cut off with a sword. These people are our people. He said, look, I want you to do exactly what the Israelites did to the Midianites back in the day. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives.
Didn't they take out women and rape them? Same thing. Go ahead.
And their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods.
This is what God did. This is what he said, this is what you do to them as y'all did to the Israelites do exactly the same thing. He said told the Gentiles and the other nations do exactly the same thing as the Midianites did. We got to read the words on this so we understand what did Israel do to the Midianites.
Exactly.
You know, they took their children, they killed their children, they slew the men and did all this stuff to us. And did the exact same thing to them. Jump down to verse 17. Let's look at a little more of this. Go ahead.
Now therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that has known man by lying with him.
What they told the handmaid, he said, kill all the male children. Kill them all. But leave the girls, the young ones. Because they want the girls to work. And they want to have children by the girls also. Whichever seed she has in them, that's the nation. So they want to keep the males of Israel, want to try to kill off the males of Israel, but they couldn't do it. Go ahead.
But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves.
This is the stuff that happened to us in slavery. Same exact thing. God said, look, go back and look at what I told them to do to Midian, what Israel did to Midian. Now this is the same thing I want these other nations to do to Israel. God said this, not the white man. Now let's go to Luke chapter 21. I'm just trying to show you the plan of God with these curses, but we got to lay some foundation here. Let's see when all this happened. Let's see when all this happened. Well, they slew the men, they took the women, children, they killed some of the women, children. You got some people think, oh, that'll never happen to me. I'm strong. You ain't got a pot to piss in, the women throw it out of. Talking about this won't happen to you. The exact same thing gonna happen when the great tribulation comes. If you get caught in this land, you're going to be one of those one that get raped as a woman. You're going to be one of those men who get killed as a man. He said a third of the men shall be killed on this land. When I hear people say that, I tell they're just ignorant of the scriptures. Like they can't do nothing to you. You ain't got no tanks. You ain't got no military. Half of them ain't got a house. Now let's see what happened. Let's see what happened in real time. Let's let Jesus tell you what's going to happen to the so-called African American. I'm just saying it so people know that we're talking about the Israelite, but this is what they changed our name to. African American. No, this is the nation of Israel that Jesus is talking about right here. Luke chapter 21, verse 20. Go ahead.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is now.
When did that happen? 7 AD. When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, Jesus is telling a story here that's going to happen. That already happened. Go ahead.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
He told them, look, this is what's going to happen. This happened in the 70 AD. And a lot of the Israelites fled into the mountains of Africa to blend in with the Africans. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all the things which are written may be fulfilled.
He said it got to be fulfilled.
Vengeance too.
The days of vengeance. This ain't nothing nice. It's got to be fulfilled.
Got to be fulfilled. Praise the Lord.
Go ahead, brother.
But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
One is a great distress. If you can't relate, that means that you ain't did your history. You don't really care about your people. You don't really understand your people. You got to go back and research this and get in tune with it. Because some of us going to get caught over here when the 3.5-year tribulation start, because they don't totally believe. They're going to be lagging like, nah, I can't go, Jeff, because I just paid my house off, I just retired, I got this car, I got this money in the bank, I got all my family over here. This is what's going to happen to you if you're thinking this way. This is what's going to happen to you, so get prepared. I ain't got no problem with going to stay. I really don't. Because he said some of the people that are going to come through the Great Tribulation, they're going to be saved, but they're going to be running for their life for 3.5 years. I'll be in the wilderness chilling. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Has the time of the Gentiles been fulfilled yet? So this thing is still going. It's still going. It's still ruling. But I'm going to give you a little history right here. We usually read this, but I thought it would be better for you to see this and the guy talking about Israel.
Rudolph R. Windsor wrote a book titled From Babylon to Timbuktu. In his book, Dr. Windsor gives an account of the scattering of the Israelites. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrageous and horrific atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period of Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated.
This is what he's talking about. 70 AD, when Titus came to Jerusalem and he sacked Jerusalem and destroyed it. This is documented history. This is nothing that we came up with.
That over 1 million Israelites fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. Millions of Israelites who escaped the persecution of the Roman-Jewish war fled into the interiors of Africa.
Then Jesus said they fled to
You
Africa.
have to ask yourself, why did the Israelites run to Africa? The same reason why the parents of the Messiah fled to Egypt, to blend in. They were black and needed to blend in with other dark-skinned people. Rudolph R. Windsor, in his book Babylon to Timbuktu, points out, The black Jews who migrated to the Sudan from the north converged with the black Jews migrating from the eastern Sudan to the countries of the Niger River. There is much proof, and still much more to be revealed by scholars, that there existed prior to the slave trade